Good morning, students. Welcome to Computer Applications class. Hope all of you are doing good and safe. Today, let us start with our new chapter, Chapter 3, Values and Data Types. Okay, as we know, language is a medium of communication, right? So, in order to communicate with the computer, we have to learn a particular language. Okay, people can share their views with each other if they know a common language. Okay, language plays an important role in communicating with each other, right? Java is a computer language that enables the users to communicate with the computer. Okay, with the help of the Java language, we can communicate with the computer. Java uses character sets, okay, similar to the alphabets in the English language or general languages. Okay, Java uses the character sets, which we can think it as a similar to the alphabets of general languages. The character sets used in Java are, now let us see what character sets we can use in Java. The character sets in Java, they are divided into 4 categories. The first one is letters, and the second one is digits, and the third one is operators, and the fourth one is delimiters. Okay, character sets in Java: letters, digits, operators, delimiters. Letters. Can you guess what letters are allowed in Java programming? Letters, right? Letters A to Z, that is big letters or uppercase letters, capital A to capital Z. Okay, and small case letters. See, letters, all the letters A to Z, small a to small z are used in Java language. Only these letters are allowed in Java language. And digits, 0 to 9 digits can be used in the Java language. And what are the operators? Operators means we have the operators. They are divided into 3 categories: arithmetic operator, logical operator, and relational operators. Okay, what are arithmetical operators? As we know from mathematics, plus, minus, into, and division. These are available in mathematics. In the same way, in the computer we can use plus, minus as it is, but here we will use asterisk symbol for doing multiplication. Here the symbol is changed in computer, right? But it performs the multiplication operation. And division, this is a slash symbol which is used to do division. And this is percentage symbol, right? This is also called a modulus operator. Okay, if you perform this modulus operator on 2 numbers, it always gives the it performs the division operation and it gives the remainder. Okay, this is a modulus operator and it is used to perform the division operation on 2 numbers and it gives the remainder. Okay, suppose let us say 3 modulus 2. So what happens here is 3 will be divided by 2. So what will be the remainder here? When 3 is divided by 2, you will be getting 1 as the remainder. So 3 modulus 2 is equal to, it gives the remainder. So it gives the remainder as 1. Okay, these are the arithmetical operators which were used in Java. And then the logical operator. Logical operators are and, this is and operator. Okay, and this is or operator, and this is not operator. Okay, these are logical operators in Java. Okay, these are used when if you want to check 2 conditions. Okay, we can use these operators. I'll tell you in detail about these logical operators in the next sections. Okay, and relational operators. You have the relational operators like less than, greater than, equal to, in mathematics also, right? Here in the Java language you have less than operator as well as you have less than equal to, okay, and greater than operator and also greater than equal to. And equal to symbol, it is represented by two equal to signs, and then not equal to is represented by the symbol not equal to, and then these are the relational operators in Java. Less than equal to, greater than or equal to, and equal to. This sign is used to check the equality. Okay, and this is the not equal to symbol. Okay, when if you want to use this not equal to symbol, you have to compulsorily use this symbol. Understand? Next one is delimiters. What are delimiters? Delimiters are special characters in Java. Okay, in Java language, delimiters are used as, what are those symbols? Hyphen is used as a delimiter. Next, dot is used as a delimiter. Next, colon is used as one of the delimiters. Semicolon is used as one of the delimiters. Next, question mark is used as a delimiter. Next, round braces, curly braces, square braces, and many of them. These are special characters which are called as delimiters. Okay, how many categories of character sets are there in Java? Letters, digits, operators, and delimiters. Okay, now we will move on to the next topic. Okay, Unicode. Okay, what is a Unicode? Actually, what happens when we press any key on the keyboard? Okay, what happens inside the memory? It's correct. Every character maintains a corresponding code. Okay, every character is given a code. Okay, that code will be stored inside the memory. Okay, when a character is entered from the keyboard, a specific code is assigned by the system for its storage in the memory. A specific code for that character will be stored in the memory. Okay, and nowadays the latest coding system of the characters followed worldwide is Unicode character set. Okay, worldwide, what character set is being followed? It is a Unicode character set. Okay, what are the features of this Unicode character set? The Unicode is a wide representation of characters in numeric form. Okay, it is a representation of characters in numeric form. Okay, the code contains hexadecimal digits from 0000 to FFF. That is, it uses 16 bits code. Okay, it can address 1,60,755 characters in computer from 139 modern and historic scripts. Okay, it can provide characters from different languages. As we know, in our keyboards we have only alphabets and some special symbols and some numbers we have. Okay, not only these symbols, for these symbols also it will provide a hexadecimal code. Not only these symbols which are present in the keypad, and also regarding many different languages, many different codes. For all the different codes, the characters will be provided by this Unicode character set. Okay, so it provides 1,60,755 characters. Okay, it provides the Unicode for these many characters. Okay, it can be of different languages and also different symbols. Okay, it means a code for each character is available under the Unicode character set. Okay, whatever the code you take for that, whatever the character you take for that character, a corresponding Unicode will be present in the Unicode character set. For each and every character, its corresponding Unicode will be present. So, a particular code of a character is always unique. Okay, for any character you take, its code will be unique. So, what it does mean? It means that The code for one character is different from the code of another character, right? There will never be one code for more than one character. Okay. The next topic is, did you understand, children, what is Unicode? Unicode represents the wide representation of characters. The code contains hexadecimal digits from 0000 to FFF. Okay, and if you look into the textbook, page number 45, here they have given a table. Okay, they have used a table, a box. Okay, in that they have used alphabets, numbers and special digits. For all these they have given hexadecimal. The proper hexadecimal code is given in the textbook. Once you observe, you can understand. And the next one is, and the next is the next coding system. This is ASCII characters and codes. What do you mean by ASCII? ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay, this ASCII characters, it will provide only a limited number of codes for its characters, whereas a Unicode, it provides a wide range of codes for its characters. This ASCII codes will provide a limited range of codes for its characters, and that range is from 0 to 127. Okay, ASCII codes are limited to only 0 to 127 characters. So for these 127, 0 to 127 characters only, ASCII codes will be there. Okay. The characters used in the computer are said to be ASCII characters. Each character is assigned a specific numeric value called ASCII code. The characters used in the computer are said to be ASCII characters, right? So each character is assigned a specific numeric value called ASCII code. ASCII codes are limited only 0 to 127 characters. So, and you have this alphabets A to Z, right? How many alphabets we have? 26 alphabets, right? From capital A to capital Z, you have the corresponding ASCII codes starting from 65 to 90. Okay, and if you take a small case letters, small a to, sorry, here this is small a. Okay, small a to small z, you have the ASCII codes as 97 to 122, right? So if you take the digits 0 to 9, then you have the ASCII codes as 48 to 57, and 58 to 64, ASCII codes are used to represent symbols greater than, less than, colon, etc. ASCII code for the blank space is 32. So you have now two kinds of character sets. Okay, this ASCII character set, it is a subset of the Unicode character set. Okay, Unicode character set is, it is the superset of this ASCII characters, because ASCII characters, they represent only 0 to 127 characters, but it is not the case with Unicode character set. It represents a wide range of characters. Okay, Unicode character sets, it represents the characters 0 to 127 as well as the many more characters. For those characters, it represents the corresponding Unicode. Okay, Unicode character set uses hexadecimal representation in giving the code to a particular character. Okay, and the difference between Unicode and ASCII code. Unicode is a generalized form of coding scheme, whereas this ASCII code is a specific coding scheme used only for limited characters. Unicode represents a higher range of codes. ASCII code represents a limited range of codes, that is 0 to 127. Okay, did you understand this? ASCII characters and Unicode character set. Okay. Okay, children, in the next class we will be discussing in more detail about this ASCII characters and also related to the next topics. Okay, thank you, children. Ah,